Drillcore has been one of my most anticipated games ever since I first played it back in a Steam Next Fest in June. It was made by the dev team Hungry Couch Games, who have made one other game with Black Skylands, which is a more open world sandbox single player game compared to Drillcore that's more strategy with roguelite and tower defense aspects in it. Of course, Drillcore reminded me a lot of Domekeeper, one of my favorite games of all time, but does it stand close to Domekeeper with gameplay and how fun it is? Well, it is in early access, so keep that in mind. This is a day one look at Drillcore, but let's quickly and precisely talk about the ins and the outs of a run and if this game is worth it. A lot of this game is mostly inside of a run so far and most likely will be, so a large portion of the video will be discussing that, but let's talk about the insides of a Drillcore run. Before a run starts, you pick a contract, which is the difficulty, and then you're thrown into a game. You can pick a couple of qualifications if you want to unlock more buildings, but we will get more into that in the next section. Your run starts off with giving you 2 miners, 1 collector, and 1 guard, and these 3 types of people are one of the main aspects in a run. The miners will do all the hard work with mining everything, collectors will pick up resources. The resources are all very simple with the 3 run resources of iron, swarmlet, and coal, and the 3 meta progression resources that are more rare to find. And then you have the guards who shoot the monsters in the mine and the bugs when they attack at night if you have a meta progression upgrade. Overall, these 3 characters are simple and easy to understand, which I can appreciate. You are able to upgrade all of them when buying multiple laboratory buildings, and the upgrades will cost you iron and swarmlet. And that is something I do like inside of a run. All the buildings and turrets only cost iron and swarmlet to buy. The coal is associated with completing the contract and going further in the mines. Every 4 pieces of coal you find, you can go another 50 meters deep and gain more spots for turrets to be built, which is another vital thing inside of a run. You have your strategy with how many of each character you want and what buildings you want to get, but there is more to it because every green gem you find gives you an option on a building to unlock for the run, and each building has its own benefits. Building the barracks will allow you to recruit more people to your team, allowing for more efficient mining, but then you have buildings that give you night or daytime benefits to buff your turrets or people, or you can unlock turrets to help you at night. The strategy aspect is quite fun as you only have a limited number of space before you have to upgrade your platform. But let's quickly talk about the turrets. They're the more tower defense aspect in this game, as when it's nighttime, you just have to lay back and potentially use some nighttime abilities if you have any, and let the turrets do all the work as they fire automatically. At night, the bugs just come down and try to attack your core. It's that simple. And you also get 2 free turrets at the start of every run, just like you get 2 free buildings. Both aspects with tower defense and strategy are really well done and addicted to me. And you can have your run never end if you want, as once you get the contract done, you can leave if you so please. But the simplicity of ordering the miners around and building turrets and buildings is something I enjoy a lot, that a lot of the runs that once you do get them done, you feel like you just want to keep on going. Now that's a lot of positivity for inside of a run. And really, this early on in the game, it already feels kind of perfect to me. It's really easy and really fun to get into. But sadly, I cannot say the same thing for the outside of a run, but let's quickly discuss it. I personally think it could use a little work in one area in particular, but a lot of the unlocks and customization that will come in the future is nice. As of right now, before your run starts, you can pick 2 qualifications if the difficulty and map is right, and if you do these qualifications, you unlock new buildings to find in the runs. I find that a very nice incentive to challenge yourself to have more incentives in your run. That and the future customization of your platform is nice. I don't have anything unlocked with it yet, but it does seem like you'll be able to choose what buildings and turrets you start with instead of the standard ones that they give you, which is a nice addition. The one thing I have a small problem with, and this is a small problem, and it's the meta progression. I'll say I like meta progression, especially if it's done right and not just super basic with you get X more damage. And this game does do it well with buffing you in the right areas to make a run easier, but not stupid easy. The problem for me is how expensive it seems to be compared to how much currency you get. I could totally be blowing this out of proportion, but a successful run on the 2nd difficulty enhancer did not yield a crazy amount of resources. But the game also has 9 difficulty enhancers for you to unlock, so this game gets really hard. And I'm thinking once you get to those harder difficulties, they will yield a crazy amount of currency, so the unlocks might not be as bad. Really, the meta progression is my biggest complaint, but like I just said, I think I'm overreacting just a touch with it. I'm still gonna play this game a lot because it really does scratch that Dome Keeper itch for me, but with even more strategy. It's super simple to get into and understand the basics, but it will be a hard game to master. I'm very excited to see what Early Access brings beyond the little roadmap that they have on the main menu, and really want to support this game all the way through. So if this game looks like something you will enjoy, be sure to check it out as you do not want to miss it. And yeah, thanks for watching this quick review on Drill Core. An extra special shout out to the people that still support me on Patreon. Thank you for that extra support. It really means the world. And yeah, that's all. I'll see you next time.